back with more on Real Estate Update. James Wedgeworth. You know, before the break, we talked about who are these buyers, where are they from? And I've heard of a lot of Northeasterners coming down. Where did it used to be more the Midwest more?
Yeah, it did. We noticed a shift, and it all happened in COVID, where we seem to have a lot more buyers coming from the Northeast than we had. I've been doing this for 42 years, so I got a pretty good idea where buyers are coming from. But we noticed a lot of people from the Northeast, and these are what I mentioned, what we call the COVID referrals.
Sure.
People come here and they think our prices, they just go crazy.
I can't, it amazes me too, because I have a sister in New York City who I remember at one point came down and could not believe how, quote unquote, inexpensive some of these beautiful homes were.
Compared to what
you could get there.
Yeah, from Boston, Philadelphia,
right.
New York, you know, northern New Jersey.
Yeah.
So they come down and say, wow, this is great. And because the market is relatively strong up there, not as strong as it is here, they're able to go back and sell their house, and then they can be a cash buyer here.
Right.
Now there's one other place where buyers are coming from. We noticed this. During COVID, we had people that owned condos, so I'm just using that as an example, and they spent a lot of time here.
Right.
So what happened is, we noticed the guy that had the 2 or 3 bedroom condo, he decided he wanted to buy a house. The guy that had the 1 bedroom condo wanted to buy a 3 bedroom condo. So we're seeing a lot of trading around in the market.
Yeah, okay.
And the reason was people spent more time here in COVID, even though they'd owned the villa for, say, 5 years.
Right.
But they were used to coming a week here and a week here and 3 days here and 3 days here, and that was it. But when they came for COVID, they stayed a month here. And they just said, well, we never realized how nice it is here on Hilton Head.
Yeah.
So those people all traded up.
That's a good thing too.
And well, it helps the market because they know Hilton Head, they know about it, they love it, they're solid people, they contribute to the community, and they just traded up. So you had a combination. This is what I call the perfect storm. You had an influx of new buyers, and then you had an influx of people that already lived here that were trading up. So that made for a very solid market, which is one of the reasons that the market has continued to be strong. Now, I talk to clients every day, and they'll say, well, in my hometown, the market is off. I had a guy from town in Texas the other day, he said there are 500 homes on the market. I said, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I don't have a reference point. And I said, how many were there in 22? He said there were 50. I said, well, that's the difference. 50 to 500, that will put pressure on prices. Because once you get an excess inventory, then you flip that scenario where right now we have this many buyers and this many houses for sale.
But if that flips,
then what happens, you see prices decreasing. And also, we talked earlier about days on the market.
Yes.
Here's a rule of thumb. The longer your home stays on the market, the less you get for it.
Yeah.
Because what people say is there must be something wrong with it.
Why has it been unlisted so long?
Nobody else is buying. So, and then also we found that when it's longer on the market, there's probably a reason it's on the market. The reason it's on the market a long time is it's probably maybe not as nice, maybe it hasn't been updated, maybe it's overpriced, and that drives the price down.
I have I'm going to harken back to your whole thing about going back home to sell a home when they're going to buy here. Are people doing the thing where they say it's contingent on us selling our home back in New Hampshire, Vermont, Boston, Connecticut, or not?
Well, they'll make that offer. Most sellers won't take that offer.
Okay, right now. Would they, if it was a bad market, would they?
Yeah, they would if it was a bad market.
Okay, but it's not. Okay.
But now they say, I'm glad you love my house. Go back to Boston, sell your house, give us a call. We'll sell it to you, but we're not going to wait for you to sell your house up there.
Okay.
So every now and then somebody will say yes, but normally they don't. They say, no, that's because there's another buyer out there.
Okay. Well, we're going to take our final break, and you're going to tell me about how we might be heading into the best season of all to put your house on the market. Okay, we'll be right back.